Hey everybody, good morning. Thanks for joining me for a quick little desk stretch break back to our normal Tuesdays. Let's hop right into it. All right, so let's actually start from a standing position today. We're going to go back to elementary school. We're going to soccer practice, right? All right, everyone's here, get in a circle. Bend down and touch your toes, all right? Slight little bend in those knees, crawl the fingers down, try to keep as flat as the back as you can. Okay, if you can't reach your toes or reach the ground, that's fine. Stop at mid-shin. We're going to hold this bottom position for about 15 seconds just because of time reasons. Now remember, if you have more time, you want to backtrack any of the exercises after we're done, feel free to add another 15 seconds in there so we get about to 30 seconds total. That is perfect. We're going to say that this is roughly 15 seconds. Let's crawl the fingers back up. All right, so now what we're going to do is kind of the same thing, but instead what I want you to do is flex one toe up. So be just heel contact, toe is up, and actually that knee is going to be straight. Something I would never say because we're trying to hit the calf a little bit more. And same thing, let's crawl down and try to touch that toe and pull it up. So now we're going to get just the calf involved. Whereas when you had the feet, both feet fully planted on the ground, you probably got a little more hamstrings, maybe a little lower back. And we're trying to get just the calf. So if possible, to grab that toe and even pull it back up to you as much as you can. And if this is challenging for you to do from a standing position, you can do the same thing seated. Okay, so you just have one leg out in front of you, fully extended, flex that toe up at you, which we've done before. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and good. I'm just going to switch. You feel free to stand up and reset. Leave some pressure on the lower back if you are getting any, but try to maintain that flat back. Okay, that's what's going to help out the lower back. Same thing. This leg is straight. This one's kind of bent. Okay, we're going to try to reach that toe back up to our face by pulling it with our hand. Just the heel is in contact to the ground. Okay, if you can't reach that toe, that's fine. Just try to flex it up on its own, up at your face, up at your chin. 15 seconds. Let's just go with 3, 2, 1, and good. Stand up, nice and easy. Now is where you can hold on to your desk or your chair. Okay, we're going to do a knee hug. So pull your knee up into your chest, and you're going to assist with your arms. So kind of hold hands with yourself, pull right in front of that kneecap, and pull it up into your chest as much as you can. When you first do that, you might kind of get a nice little pop in that hip. Okay, we're trying to stretch out those hip extenders and hip flexors a little bit. All right, if this is once again challenging for you to do with balance, then feel free to do it seated. Okay, so it would just look like this. Seated right in front of you and just pull that knee up into your chest as much as you can. Even if you can do this standing position, you may opt to do the seated position just due to stability reasons. That's definitely 15 seconds, so let's switch. Okay, I'm going to start from a standing position, see if my balance allows me to. What is balance, I ask? Well, it's just core strength, right? That's all it is, core and glute strength. So if you have trouble with a lot of your stability with no other chronic factors, probably work on both your core stability and your glute strength. Okay, let's say 3, 2, 1, good. All right, so right in there is where you kind of feel it, maybe a little bit in your glute because you are stretching through the glute right there. All right, let's take a seat because we're sitting at our desk, right? Hands together, palms away from you, and I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Now I want you to do is round your back and push away. Okay, let's hold this for another 15 seconds. Tuck your chin if possible. Hopefully you can still hear me. You're really trying to round right through where the shoulder blades are. Okay, pushing the arms away, but pushing your back into the seat. Okay, not literally, but that's what you're trying to think about doing. Okay, rounding through that upper back, stretching all those little tiny muscles around the shoulder blades that get forgotten about because they are so little. The big ones always take over. Let's say 3, 2, 1, and good. Bring it back. Okay, let's go a little torso rotation. Okay, how am I doing on time? We're perfect. All right, feet planted, upright position, chest out, and let's just rotate as much as you can. Rotate with your torso and with your eyes, okay? So look the way that you're turning. Sounds simple, but you'd be surprised. So grab onto your chair if you can and try to assist that motion. Okay, pull yourself a little bit. You're breathing. You're not talking like I am. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Every time you exhale, pull yourself a little more into that rotation. And let's just hold another 3, 2, 1, and good. Oh, I feel so uneven. Let's switch to the other side. Let's rotate. Oh, breathe through it. We're holding 15 seconds. You should be able to get 4 to 5 deep inhales and exhales. So that's getting deeper into that rotation 5 different times. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last one. We haven't done this in a while, but this is probably the most important. Okay? You're typing like this all the time. You get this, what's called fancy word, epicondylitis of the elbow, golfer's tennis elbow, because you're doing this all day. So let's stretch that a little bit. So palm back at you, fingers to the ground. Use the spare hand to push back on the wrist. Now I'm going to do these very quick. I'm going to do like 5 to 10 seconds with each of these motions, but feel free once I shut down to keep going with these. With the fingers pointing to the ground, you should get radiating little stretch right on top of the forearm. Okay, now let's go palm forward, fingers still down. So it's kind of like the armpit of the elbows facing the ceiling. And once again, we're pushing on the palm, not the fingers. And I'm going to do them quick. Like I said, just go 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other arm. So fingers down, palm back at you. Use the spare hand to push back towards you. We would like to do 30 seconds of all 4 of these. Okay. So if you got 2 minutes, which we're already using about a minute of that 2 minutes doing these stretches. So if you got another minute, that would be great. Okay. And let's switch. So palms away from you and pull it back. When you do this, you want to make sure that you don't start to raise the shoulder, shrug up. Okay. Keep the shoulder blade down and relax. We're just stretching the wrist and forearm here, okay? Don't try to give yourself more range of motion by shrugging up into here. You're not helping yourself, okay? 3, 2, 1, and good. Roll them out a little bit. Simple little wrist and forearm stretch. So there you go. Run it back. Add more to that if you have more time. We want to be quick and efficient. Get you back to work and press your body.